I don't know this. I know that the title of the video sounds exaggerated, but it's not. And I guess that's the scary part. To anyone who's new here, I have been social media free for almost 2 years. And it has been a life-changing, transformative, liberating experience. The only apps I use are WhatsApp and YouTube. And when I say I quit YouTube, I mean as a user, not as a creator. I'm still making videos. I just stopped watching videos of other creators. Now, there's a couple of reasons why I decided to do this experiment. First, I was getting addicted to YouTube Shorts. But for some reason, this is so frustrating. I would just open YouTube in my phone to search something specific, and somehow I would just get lost in Shorts, which I assume is the equivalent of TikTok. I've never used TikTok, but I'm assuming that's how TikTok works, and you just get so addicted to this in this infinite loop of Shorts. 1 hour, 2 hours would pass by, and I just felt like I'm paralyzed. Like I couldn't move myself out of it, and it felt like self-sabotage. Secondly, I started doubting my creativity. As a new creator, you're often looking for ideas, for inspiration from similar creators in your niche. And what ended up happening was me being so overwhelmed with the amazing production quality, the editing, the B-rolls, all the angles and the camera shots, that I felt a lot of pressure. I felt overwhelmed, and I felt like I need to have that sort of quality to make better videos, and my content is just meh. So I had to stop this obsession. It wasn't just getting ideas or looking at other videos. It felt like I was being really harsh on myself. I was comparing myself to someone who's on level 7 while I'm on level 3, without realizing that they were also once on level 3 and they have worked through that learning curve to become an expert, to polish their craft. Thirdly, I felt like I wasn't learning anything new on YouTube. Now, I don't claim to be Miss Know-It-All. There's always something new to learn on YouTube. But the real question is, how much of what I'm learning am I applying in my life? Because knowing and not doing is the same as not knowing. How many reminders do I need to finally take action? All this information, all this knowledge, all those things that I'm watching, it's good to have that, but I am not getting time to actually implement it or actually reflect upon it. So I challenged myself to quit YouTube, to stop watching YouTube altogether for 1 week initially. I just wanted to do this experiment for 1 week, and I wrote a note on my phone on my home screen: do not open YouTube. The funny or not, the interesting thing is that my phone doesn't let me delete YouTube. And I don't know if it's the same for other phones as well, because apparently YouTube is a default app and I can't delete it. So it was a bit tricky. I had to move it from my home screen to another folder in my phone, so I couldn't have easy access to it. I also tried some apps that lock the app for you, and I used the free version, which didn't have many features, but it still helped to some extent. But I still had to rely on my self-control for the most part. And what I realized when I moved the app from the specific position on the home screen to another folder, the number of times I unlocked my phone to open YouTube was insane, because it was so subconscious that I didn't even realize. So the first few days felt like withdrawal symptoms, but eventually I stopped counting days, and 1 week passed by, and then I realized, maybe I can do 2 weeks. So I decided to extend it for 2 weeks, and then 2 weeks went by, and I realized that I don't need YouTube as much as I thought I do. I can listen to podcasts on Spotify. I actually had time to read books now, because I was procrastinating and I was using the excuse of I don't have time to read books. I resumed a course that I was again didn't have time for. And the most rewarding part of it was that I stopped doubting myself. I stopped feeling insecure about my creativity, about my craft, and I just felt like lighter. Like I could make whatever I want without having to look up other videos and see, oh, what's the competition or what's in trend. Once you have a vision and once you strongly hold on to that vision, you believe in it, you have to trust yourself to carry it. So my screen time reduced, my anxiety levels were non-existent. What else do I want? So I had to make my phone boring on purpose to reduce my impulse of using it. And I think it was easier because I don't have social media in the first place, so it wasn't that hard for me, but it still felt like a challenge. So this was mostly a personal experience for me. These are my personal reasons why I quit YouTube. I still use YouTube sometimes, but I try to limit my time, and I'm very, very conscious of the things I watch. Even if you subscribe only to the good channels, the point is you could still be overstimulating yourself with the good content, because at the end of the day, what benefit? Like, you already know those things, so how many reminders do you actually need? There are apps. I've recently found an app, I'll link it in the description, that makes your phone completely black and white, because there's a psychology of colors of the app icons on your phone. They're supposed to be colorful and enticing, so you open them. Oh, that means even if there's no notification, sometimes you just open the app. Like, what the hell? Go do something with your life. I realized that YouTube is so smart. YouTube is so damn smart. Now it's up to you if you think it's smart in a good way or a bad way. But what you're giving me right now is your biggest currency. I would say it's your time, your attention. And just like every other technology, YouTube has its pros and cons. It's not inherently bad or evil. It's just like life. There are choices. There's good videos and then there's bad, crappy videos. I think YouTube is amazing. It's filled with knowledge and beauty and creativity. And you can, things that were once capitalized by the traditional education and are still capitalized. I mean, you don't need a degree now to learn editing or filmmaking. You have Skillshare, you have YouTube, you have everything online that can help you learn skills without having to pay thousands of dollars. So at the end of the day, you have the choice to choose between the constructive or the destructive side of YouTube. It doesn't hurt to watch cat videos sometimes. I get it. I just defended myself watching cat videos. What I'm trying to say, it's okay that sometimes to just watch, funny videos. You just need an escape sometimes. You had a stressful day. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just about keeping that balance. It's about our attention span, because apparently it's even less than a goldfish at this point. We struggle to get into that hyper focus mode. We struggle to complete a full paragraph. Well, I used to struggle with completing a full paragraph without zoning out. So given all of these factors, we desperately need to disconnect in order to connect with ourselves and with others in person. And I think this is where meditation comes in. This is why it's so damn important to meditate, because you need to declutter your mind. It's not just about sitting still with no thoughts. It's about creating space, flushing out all the junk food for your soul, for your mind, and to actually create space for gratitude, for healing, for creativity and ideas, and to not be enslaved by our hedonism and our comfort, our instant gratification. I mean, this small device has enslaved some people. You don't need to use your phone, you don't need to watch videos while you're eating. Why do you do? Well, you don't need to send memes to your friends to start a conversation because of your social anxiety, or worse, send memes while you guys are in the same room. Like, what? You don't need to listen to sad and depressive music or watch depressing movies to amplify your pain. I mean, this is what I have on my wall, why should I be a willful party to my own destruction? Why? Everything you need is already within you. The real question is, do I have the courage to love myself enough to make the right choices, to not do what just feels good, but actually do the right thing? Think about it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.